Notice of claim to benefit chargeable employer. The claimant listed below has filed a claim for unemployment insurance. Jared Rogers, last day work, December 25th. Reason for separation, laid off of work, lack of work. What is this? Hey, is this a joke? Come on, man. Dude, I own the company. Why would I lay myself off and claim unemployment? This is fraud. If you're an employer who's been hit with a fraudulent unemployment claim, or you're an employee who has a claim filed under your name that you know that you didn't file, then you're gonna wanna watch this video. And even if this hasn't happened to you, I'm asking you to do me a favor and please watch it. As of today, in my home state, Illinois has reported that there have been over 341,000 residents that have fallen victim to fraudulent unemployment claims. So there's a good chance that if this video doesn't help you directly, then there's someone you know in your circle who it might just be a lifesaver for. Let's get to it. Jared here, back with another episode of Minding My Money Mondays, a common sense talk about money matter. Unemployment fraud, or EDD fraud, is currently running rampant across the United States. Identity thieves and hackers have long known how to use stolen identities to commit fraud. For example, to open a new credit card or file a false tax return. Criminals using stolen identities to defraud public assistance programs is not new. In fact, such schemes are so pervasive that the federal rules require that Illinois and other states have staff dedicated to preventing and stopping this type of fraud. But if someone has filed a fraudulent unemployment claim using your info, what do? Well, the first thing you should do is report the claim to the state. If you visit your state's site, there are often links for you to report a claim that you think is fraudulent. It's usually pretty simple and it should take you less than 10 minutes to complete. Now, if you're an employer and you receive a notice of a claim that lists you as the chargeable employer, all you really need to do is follow the steps listed in the section for if you want to protest this claim. You basically lay out why the claim is invalid. Like if the claim is for you and you are the only employee of your own dang on company. I mean, come on, who's gonna lay themselves off to go and collect unemployment? Come on, man. Once you report this info to the state, they will then begin their investigation. Now, while they're doing that, here are some other things that you'll want to do. Don't activate any cards sent to you. If you receive a debit card for unemployment, then don't activate it. Also, make sure you don't cash any checks if they show up at your house. Doing either of these two things could inadvertently put you on the hook for the benefits even though you didn't request them. So in short, don't take any steps with any of the funds sent to you other than holding on to them so that they can be returned to the state. Got it? Up next, file a police report. Filing a police report is not really going to do anything about the fraud itself, but it does establish a record that you felt the claim was criminal or fraudulent. Now, why is this important? While a person generally doesn't owe money as a result of a fraudulent claim, having proof of steps that support this can go a long way in resolving future issues. Let's say the state accidentally issues a Form 1099-G to you to report the benefits on your tax return, but you didn't get the money. Do you think the IRS is going to say that you should or shouldn't report that money on your tax return? Having a police report can come in really handy if you need to manually mail your return to the IRS, telling them why the benefits should not be included on your tax return, because they're fraudulent. And the last things you should do, get a credit report, freeze your credit, and then file your taxes early. If you've been a victim of UI fraud, it's recommended that you check your credit report just in case you've actually been a victim of identity theft. To do this, just visit annualcreditreport.com to get your free credit report. You can then check the report for any accounts or changes that you don't recognize. Next, you should consider freezing your credit. A credit freeze makes it harder for someone to open a new account in your name. If you place a freeze on your credit, be ready to take a few extra steps the next time you apply for a new credit card, cell phone, or any service that requires a credit check. If you decide not to place a credit freeze, then at least consider placing a fraud alert on your account. That way you'll get notified if somebody tries to open up an account. The last thing you should do is try to file your taxes early before a scammer can. You can also request an IP PIN or identity theft PIN from the IRS, which means that nobody can file a tax return unless they have that PIN. Now, if you have a question that you would like us to answer in a future episode, then feel free to shoot us an email via the address in the description below. And did you find value in this video? Then please consider giving it a thumbs up or subscribing to the channel. Just make sure you click the little bell icon when you do. That way you'll get a notification whenever we upload a new video. Hey, New videos are uploaded every week, so don't miss out. So like I always say at the end of every episode, it's been fun, it's been real. I'm Jared Rogers, CPA, and until we meet again, let's all continue to mind my money, and I will see you all next Monday. Take care.